Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. This is Muizudeen Oladimeji, and we'll be continuing from where we stopped in the last class. In the last class, we discussed the first four letters of the Arabic alphabet, which are, which are Alif, Ba, Ta, and Tha. Here we explained that Alif looks like one, Ba, Ta, and Tha. They have the same shape, but they differ in the number of dots and in its placements, the placement of the dots. So for Ba, Ta, and Tha, Ba has one dot below, Ta has two dots above it, while Tha has three dots above it. And we said that when you have three dots, when any letter bears three dots, you do not have this, we don't place the three dots in a linear format, side by side like this. No, we don't do that. What we do is we have two side by side and then the third one above it. So which is what you can see here. Okay, that's that. Now we move on to the next set of letters, which are Jim, Ha, and Kha. Jim, Ha, and Kha. So you see, this first one here is Jim. Remember, the I here in the transliteration, we have J, then I. The I bears it has a mark above it. That mark represents prolongation, which means you're prolonging that sound. So you won't just say Jim. It's going to be Jim, Jim. And it basically represents the letter J in English language, just like if you have George, the word George in English language, that J is more like Jim in Arabic. Okay, then the next one here we have Ha, Ha, Ha. You see how it's pronounced. Before I get to the pronunciation, look at the transliteration. The H has a dot underneath, so that dot is what tells us that this is Ha, because we have another letter like that sounds like Ha, Ha, but it's quite different from this. We'll learn this when we get to that letter. So this H with a dot under it is telling us what kind of Ha we are pronouncing. So it says here, a voiceless sound, like a whisper from deep in the throat. It means when you're pronouncing this Ha, you're not saying Ha or Ha. It is Ha, 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 just like you want to whisper. So Ha, Ha. Okay, then the third one here we have Ha. So this letter has a rough sound. You can say Ha, as if you want to hawk or expectorate. So like you're clearing your throat. Ha, Ha, Ha. So we have Jim, Ha, Ha. So these are the letters here. Jim, Ha, Ha. Jim, Ha, Ha. Jim, Ha, Ha. So to write the letters, the Jim, Ha, and Ha, they basically have the same letter, the same shape, sorry. They have the same shape, but in terms of the dots, then we'll be able to identify each one. Jim, it has this shape, and that shape, if we take, let me take it again. So it's basically like you saying, if you're drawing a line, then from the end of that line, you're making a semicircle. Can you see? Very simple. So let's take that again. We have a line from left to right, then you're making a semicircle from there. If it is Jim, then you place a dot inside it, that's under it. If it is Ha, once you draw the line and you make your semicircle, you leave it open, no dots. But if it is Ha, then you make your line, semicircle, a dot above it. Yeah, so a dot above it, that is Ha. So we have Jim, Ha, and ha. Jim, ha, and ha. So if it's having a dot under it, it is jim. If it's having no dots with this shape, it is ha. If it's having one dot above it, it is ha. I hope that's clear, right? So now we've learned alif, ba, ta, tha, jim, ha, and ha, making 7 letters. See you guys in the next video. Assalamu alaikum.